All right, the heat is on, and that mentions hydration as well. We need that, and skin protection. Top of mind here in Florida. This morning, we're diving into summer skin and wellness with the experts from BevelUp in Tampa. They are live in studio with us this morning. Owner and founder of BevelUp, Rashay Doyle, and nurse practitioner Brooke Deaton join us as well. Ladies, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
We appreciate
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, we need all the help we can get. This one said he got too much sun over the weekend.
I did.
We all need help with hydration this time of year, and it catches you fast. It's something that you need to continuously stay up with because the sun here in Florida is no joke, as well as the heat. So you brought, Rashay, what are these over here?
Oh, these are hydration packets, and they actually have skin boosting supplements as well that kind of help. Yeah, they really help kind of support hydration from the inside out.
Do we need something like that too? Like we should be adding stuff to our water?
Yeah, I mean electrolytes, you're going to lose a lot of electrolytes when you're in the sun, so you really want to replace that. And then when you have supplements like hyaluronic acid, which is a good skin hydrator from the inside out, this is really going to make your skin really, really hydrated and plump.
It says glowing skin, fine lines, and gut health.
Yeah,
and it's lemon flavor too, by the way. I love that flavor. So let's talk about this. Are there ways to defend our skin, especially beyond SPF, especially with UV and heat exposure being so intense these days?
Yeah. Absolutely. I think SPF is always going to be our first line of defense. Like that is a non-negotiable. But we like working from the inside out. So there's things that you can do internally that's going to protect your skin. One of my favorite things is an antioxidant. So everyone here is antioxidant, but they probably don't really know what an antioxidant is. Think of an antioxidant as putting a shield around your cells, so it's going to protect from environmental stressors like UV rays and heat. So there's things we can do internally like glutathione and injectable vitamin C that are actually going to protect our cells from the inside. And of course we don't want to ignore the external skin, so we have things like vitamin C serums or antioxidant serums that are also going to protect from environmental stressors as well.
Can I ask, because I always get confused, especially guys, I feel like they wash their face, they go to bed and it's
so
fine,
easy.
and they start the morning with maybe a little SPF. For women, there's so many more things to put on our face, and so in terms of the order of it, what should we start with, and where does the SPF and the vitamin C come into play?
So I like to cleanse first, and then you want to do your antioxidant, and then you can layer whatever regimen that you're doing on top of the antioxidant, but I always like having that as one of the first steps in the regimen. One easy way to think of it is thinnest to thickest serums too, so that's the simple way to like keep everything straight, and typically the antioxidant and the vitamin C serums are going to be a thinner consistency. And then SPF, obviously we want to always finish with SPF just to protect ourselves at all times. That's definitely a non-negotiable, especially since our UV is so high in Florida.
I use a moisturizer with a little bit of SPF, but I know within 30 minutes it's gone, so it doesn't even matter at that point.
Well, that's why you've got to reapply.
You got to reapply, and that's what I needed to do this weekend. Okay, so what are the safest and most effective methods that anyone who maybe has gotten a little too much sun or maybe some heat exposure, what do you think?
The safest methods for applying sunscreen?
Yeah.
I mean, I would always apply at least an hour before you have exposure, and then reapply every 1 to 2 hours to make sure that you're keeping that coverage.
And if you get too much sun, because we're all kind of guilty of that, unfortunately, it is just so strong here in Florida. If you get burned, how do you want to take care of that?
Well, you obviously want to recover your skin, so you don't want to do a lot of harsh treatments right away. So again, taking oral antioxidants like vitamin C, doing recovery masks and seeing our estheticians and doing something to really calm the skin is really first and foremost what you should do. Of course, if you have a true sunburn, you want to see an expert and you want to get a prescription to make sure that you heal well.
Now we have a story coming up with you guys later on this week, but I wanted to get you while you're in studio to tell us a little bit about, BevelUp is known the place for the face, right? But you guys are all about internal and external health, and so a lot of that starts with that internal peptides. You talked a little bit about that this morning, but you guys have lots of packages for people to take advantage of.
And we really like working from the inside out, because once everything, if you do internal and external, like work on your skin, you're going to have the best result, and it's going to last you a very long time. You're going to age in reverse, essentially, which is what I think we're all wanting.
And you're talking about glutathione. Those are injections or either IV, is that correct?
So we do the injectable version of glutathione, which is really quick in and out, so you're avoiding having to sit there for an IV bag. So it's a 5 to 10 minute appointment, and you get amazing benefits from it, just detoxifying, brightening the skin, and just helping your body do what it does best, which is repairing itself.
Now you guys have a couple locations. People can find you in Tampa. Tell us where.
Yeah, so we're in Midtown, and we're also at Water Street. And you can find us on the internet at BevelUp.com and also on social media at BevelUp.
All right, ladies, thank you so much for
Yeah,
coming in.
thanks
We
for
appreciate it.
having
We
us.
need the SPF always,
Yes.
right? But especially on a day like today. I'm looking ahead here, 11. It's
I
extreme
know, that's
today,
crazy.
Mike.
We used to talk. We were talking about this not too long ago with Mike. We remember the